Why did Lord Shiva release cosmic destruction? What led goddess Sati to self-immolate in fire? This is not just a mythology. This is the story of divine love, ego, sacrifice, and transformation. The divine sacrifice gives birth to the 51 most powerful energy centers on earth, called Shakti Peethas. In the ancient age of Satyayuga, Sati, the daughter of King Daksha, was born with one desire, to marry Lord Shiva. Even though her father didn't like Shiva because of his lifestyle choices, Sati still loved and remained devoted to him. To her, Shiva was not strange or wild, but the most powerful and kind-hearted of all gods. She saw beyond his appearance and knew his soul was pure. Despite her father's anger and society's opinions, Sati chose Shiva as her husband and remained entirely devoted. She performed intense penance and ultimately united with Shiva in a sacred marriage. But not everyone celebrated this union. In a storm of pride and ego, Daksha, blinded by arrogance, announced a grand a fire ritual so magnificent that it could shake the heavens. He invited gods, sages, celestial beings. All were invited, all except Lord Shiva and his wife Sati. Sati saw the slide, but her heart burned with hope. It's my father, surely he will understand, she thought. Ignoring Shiva's words to stay back, Sati stepped into the court of fire, a daughter, a goddess, a wife. But what awaited her was not acceptance. Before the eyes of the divine assembly, Daksha threw insult after insult at Shiva, mocking the very soul Sati worshipped. Her heart shattered, her eyes filled with tears, not of weakness, but of fury and sorrow. Humiliated and heartbroken, Sati realized this fight was no longer just a ritual. It would become her final sacrifice. Unable to tolerate the insult to her beloved Shiva, Sati invoked her yogic power and leaped into the sacrificial fire. With that sacrifice, the cosmic balance crumbled. When Shiva learned what happened, grief turned into rage. He tore out a lock of his hair and created Veerabhadra and Bhairava, who descended to the yajna and destroyed everything, beheading Daksha himself. Shiva then picked up Sati's burnt body and began wandering the universe in sorrow, performing the Pralaya Thanda, the cosmic dance of destruction. The skies darkened, the earth shook, the entire universe felt his pain. To calm Shiva and restore cosmic balance, Lord Vishnu used his Sudarshana Chakra to cut Sati's body into 51 pieces. Each piece fell in a different location across the Indian subcontinent. These sacred sites became the 51 Shakti Peethas, places where the divine feminine resides eternally. At each Shakti Peetha, a Bhairava, a form of Shiva, also resides, protecting her and symbolizing their eternal union. These are not just a temple, they are living, breathing centers of spiritual energy, of grief, love, and transformation. Each Shakti Peetha is associated with a specific part of Sati's body. They are powerful pilgrimage sites, spread across India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. Worshippers believe visiting these peethas grants spiritual healing, fulfillment, and liberation. From the Himalayas to the southern seas, the body of the goddess sanctified the very earth we walk on. Now let's look at some of the most prominent Shakti Peethas, what part of Sati's body fell there, and who is worshipped at each sacred site. Kamakya Temple in Assam is where Sati's yoni fell. The goddess is worshipped as Kamakya and her Bhairava is Umana. At Kali Ghat in Kolkata, West Bengal, Sati's right toes fell. The goddess is Kalika and Bhairava is Nakuleshwar. At Kanchipuram, Tamil Nadu, her back fell. She is known as Kamakshi and Bhairava is Kamaraja. We shared 3 powerful Shakti Peethas with you, but did you know these are 51 in total, spread across India, Nepal, Bangladesh, and beyond? To explore the full list of Shakti Peethas, their sacred details, and the divine guardians, check the description below. Shakti Peethas are not just for history, they are living proofs of divine energy. Devotees across the world visit them to experience the goddess in her purest form as a mother, as a warrior, as the source of life. Festivals like Navaratri, Durga Puja, and Chaitra Navami are celebrated with immense devotion. At these sacred Shakti Peethas during Navaratri, which means 9 months, devotees worship different forms of the goddess each day, with the temples glowing in lights, echoing with chants, and filled with vibrant rituals. Durga Puja, especially in places like Kali Ghat and Kamakya, becomes a majestic event where the divine power of Durga defeating evil is enacted through processions, music, and elaborate idols. Similarly, Chaitra Navami, celebrated in the spring, draws millions of pilgrims to Shakti Peethas where they fast, sing bhajans, and seek blessings for new beginnings. These festivals transform the Shakti temples into spiritual epic centers where divine feminine energy is honored with colors, lights, and unwavering faith. Power was born from fire. Purpose was born from pain. From mass sacrifice was born a sacred lamp, 51 eternal flames, the Shakti Peethas, each glowing with her divine energy, which is still glowing across time, still burning in the hearts of millions. Each Shakti Peetha is not just a place, it is a pulse of divine energy. Whether the mother still listens, still blesses, and still protects. Which Shakti Peetha whispers your name in the silence of your soul? Speak to us. Tell your heart's choice in the comments. If this sacred journey stirred something deep within you, like, share, and subscribe. To walk further into the ancient mysteries, the timeless tales, the very home of Indian wisdom, please subscribe to this channel. Om Shakti Om, Jai Mata Di.